Hey you guys, my name is micah.josey. I am a realtor here in Austin, Texas, and today we are talking about what you need to do if you're spending a good amount of your free time scrolling and looking at houses online. So let's just dive right in. Hey you guys, like I said, my name is micah.josey and I am a realtor here in Austin, Texas. So if you're thinking about moving to Austin or you already live here, but you're thinking about maybe buying a house, subscribe to the channel. My channel is basically here to offer information to you to make the home buying process easier. I do neighborhood tours, suburb information, market updates, all of that stuff. So if you ever have a topic you want covered, shoot me a text or comment below. I would love to cover that for you. That's what I'm here for, to answer your questions and to make it easier on you. So if you find yourself scrolling on Zillow or realtor.com at night, you're just scrolling, looking at houses about as much as you are on Instagram, then I am here for you to give you some next steps. So I'm right there with you. I love to scroll and look at houses all day long. Clearly, I have made a career out of it at this point, but if that's you and you're thinking, maybe I want to buy a house, but I don't know where to start or what to do, here are some steps that you can take to just kind of prepare for the home buying process. So this is not everything you would need to do, but these are just the first 3 steps if you find that you are looking at houses an awful lot and kind of think, maybe I want to buy one. So let's just start there. Okay, so the first thing is figure out what an ideal monthly payment looks like for you. So think about, okay, you're paying X amount in rent. Are you happy with that? Is that a good payment that you feel like is sustainable for you? Is that amount work? And then I want you to go and talk with a local lender. So if you need recommendations for ones in Texas, I have some great options that I love to work with. They're amazing and I'd love to send you their information. But I want you to talk with the lender and just tell them your situation. Like, I'm thinking about buying a house. This is what I'd like my payment to look like. Where can I get with that? And they'll pull your credit and look at all your information and tell you, okay, you're approved up to X amount, but if you'd like a payment, including like taxes and insurance and all of that, to look at around that whatever amount you have in mind, they can tell you what kind of house that would look like. So what's great about that is lenders will give you your pre-approved up to, say, $450, but the payment for $450 may be a little bit more than you're wanting to spend monthly wise, even though you could technically afford it, So it's just good to keep that in mind and just be honest with them that this is your ideal monthly amount. What's important about having a local lender that you can talk with and kind of explain your situation to is you may not have questions now, but you're going to probably eventually, and you're going to want a lender that will explain things to you and help you through the process. There's a ton of online lenders out there, but you may never get on the phone with somebody who knows your situation. And I highly recommend it because there's going to be questions. You're going to need a little bit of help or a little bit of guidance. And so it's good to have a lender that that will answer your questions, answer the phone, and be super helpful. So again, if you need recommendations, I have some great ones. So after you do that, the second thing is kind of think about your timeline. What are you looking at? Does your lease end in 6 months? Does your lease end, in 11 months? Something like that. Kind of figure out, okay, by the end of the year, I want to be in a house. Think like that. So what that does is, if you're looking and you want to have a house, you want to be in a house in like 3 months from now, well, then you need to start looking right now. That would be key for that. So typically you're under contract on a house for about 30 days. That's how long it takes for sellers to get out of the way and for all of the processing to happen with the loan. It's just typically around 30 days. But you got to find the house that fits you, and you got to find a house that'll accept your offer in time. So it's nice to just kind of keep an eye out and be looking 2 to 3 months in advance. It just helps things go smoother so you don't end up homeless. So think about your timeline and what that looks like for you. If you're looking, say, in a year from now, keep in mind that the houses you're seeing may not line up. They may be out of your budget in a year from now, or the rates may have gone up. Things like that, just keeping that in mind. But it is good to just have a set timeline or goal to be in your house. So the third thing that I would recommend is finding a realtor. I know you're thinking, you're like, well, I'm just casually looking so far. Well, it's good to have a realtor kind of in the, already set up so that one day when a house comes up that you absolutely love and cannot pass up, you have someone to call and say, okay, I need to see this house, I'm ready, you know, and you've already got your pre-approval done. You know, you already know that you're ready and able to buy that house. It's just good to have a realtor already in hand, you know, especially if you're an out-of-town buyer and you won't be able to fly in and look at the house. You need someone who will represent you to go and FaceTime you through the house, do a video, all of that. You know, a lot of people, they're like, well, I'll just message the listing agent. Well, you can definitely do that, but you got to keep in mind that at the end of the day, the listing agent represents the seller and they're loyal to the seller. So if they show you the house, they're going to sell you the house, you know. But if your agent that represents you shows you the house, you know, I always tell my buyers that I'm not here to sell you this house. You know, I'm here to give you all of the information and to help you get into the house that you love, and to make it possible, but I'm not here to sell it to you. So if you don't love it, we can go ahead and leave, you know, and I'm honest with my clients like that, especially ones that are out of town that I'm doing a video walkthrough, you know. I FaceTime them through the house and then I do a video after so that they can see every nook and cranny and how it lays out. But I'm also here to tell them like, hey, FYI, this house smells horrible, you know, or this kind of looked a little rough that you may not be able to see on camera, things like that, that an agent who's not representing you specifically may not tell you. So that's what I always do for my clients. I recommend having an agent just kind of ready, and you can just be honest, you know, just say, hey, I'm not sure I'm ready to buy right now, but I want to, you know, have you ready so that when I am, you're there. So I always recommend it. If that's you and you're just trying to figure out your situation or your timeline, you need a little guidance, feel free to call me or shoot me a text. I'd love to help you out. But these are 3 things that if you're just finding yourself scrolling, looking at houses pretty often, that I would recommend getting started on. So anyways, I hope y'all are having a great week whenever you're watching this. And my number is always in the description box. Again, shoot me a text. But anyways, bye you guys. Thanks for watching.